Now you wholesaling here. I'm saying I wasn't your son, so it's not your inheritance. You're still God's. You're still God's inheritance that it gave to each man that it had before it made you. Boop, you're pregnant. Boop, you're pregnant. Boop, you're pregnant. Touched it. You didn't get to tear it.
First off, it had to be done by God. God doesn't have a penis. It has a thought. Maybe I need a penis. No. It's thought. Put the penis before the thought? Pinky in the brain? Brain then pinky. Pinky then brain. Oh. Penis then brain. The penis wasn't a smart brain before it had the brain. It made you tongue speak from out loud as both sides. Dung, 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 dung. What do you call that? Tonsils. Tonsils. Don't even need no. No, you're fake. You don't need no tonsils. You don't need no balls in your throat. Why don't you need balls in your throat? I put them in there all the time. I'm abstinent, by the way. I don't have sex, so it's funny. It's funny when you got abstinent. I had sex for like 5.5, 6 years or something. But 5 to 6 years. It's almost 2 times more over version. And when men start having, women are 5 times more likely to catch disease than men are. Men are 5 times more likely to clean their penis off after each use. They got freaking, they got videos, adult video art, or whatever that means. Okay, this is raunchy sex. That's not art. They got, well, there's ladies having sex with like, how many? Too many. Hundreds. So 200. And that's the story of the Bible where it says, what the? Sarah, come here right now. Sarah. You put men on salary and make them wives. Then they get to have sex with little boys. Little boys be the ones that have to be Americans later and be all conscious about gays and lesbos and stuff and LGBTQ and QTB. What it says in the Bible, I don't need to know if you do. And then they flip-flop on it real quick after learning. Shut your ass talking to me, folks. I hear you in the background right there, folks. It don't make no stuff. You just need to get off the daggone channel. They should call me the human antenna, not the human voodoo doll. Both apply though. Both apply. Knowledge, that's another one. Noah, that's another one. Minoan, man knowing. I mean, Minoan man rolling. Necromancerment. Bro, Pharaoh, I'm looking for another Mo-o-o. Because they're getting their ward on to the mother suckers and temples. Their first cherubim was 2 people locked together with chains wherever they left the elbow or / leg bone. He said, I'm going to cut it off here. God said, cut it off at one of these 2, one of these 2. That's before they said, I need your head. That's before they said, I need your head. That's before I said, I need your head. They wasn't getting sick and they was walking around with pikes and most of them had like 19 of them. Got whooped by a woman overnight. Whooped by a woman overnight. She got one. This is the Goliath for the woman. Yeah, David Goliath stuff. It's in Japan. You may know of it, you may not, whatever. And she was from Japan, placed in China. When they described it. Boy, we got it out. We got our ass whooped. That was her because we got our ass whooped. She's also Mongolian at the top because she's a sorcerer that came from Japan. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Not spray, not spray. Spay. Spice, man. Spice. Oh, spay. Spay. That's when it gets dark. You don't want to go out there nowhere. It gets dark in the ocean, people don't want to go to the bottom of it. It gets dark in space, people want to go to the instant space. Yeah, right, dude. Just looking for the Earth. Try to line up everything for your bags. NASA's trying to solidify their bags. Like the FBI. So they got that Hoover. Who NASA got? Rex, Gus. Just call him Gus. Gus. Oh, I thought she was guys. Bunch of snakes. I thought she was geese. Goose. He came down. He didn't go up. That's why his name Rex. Gus. Got the beans. It's grocery. It's funny because he had like 5 names and I didn't even realize it took just that. He had like 5 last names. Oh, so that ain't funny on TV. It's on TV. Television, all the snare attack and angels. Look at them, pixelated, pixels. You notice the big wigs and the big suits in the studios not approve of the movie unless it helps their freaking them mock or them brag or them say, "Hey, I did it again." Why are you gonna approve pixels? In conjunction with non-independent sources. Independent sources really are the umbrella effect by business. Mafia. You gotta have a black market when you go somewhere else. You don't listen to gambler every freaking time. Shit. Okay, right 134, 1900 BC to freaking still going. They were born in the swamp, 1900 BC. I tell you what, that's a long cry from being a Greek on Olympus, playing in the sky, flying around. So the first thing they want to do is get back to Masada and then charge up their freaking siege engine. They got a freaking flying siege engine. That's like a scare. That's Pharaoh. If Pharaoh came down and you just saw the bottom half, that would be what it looked like. Scarabs flying off that motherfucker just showing up on the ground like, what? Why? Because they got their sojourner on lockdown. It's against God. You don't want to beat up everybody that you know. Oh, hey, that's an invasion. What do we have here? That's an invasion of AI. Elon Musk ain't playing around. Elon Musk said it, I can say it. My Elon Musk threat is one. A mollusk one. It doesn't look like a mollusk, to be honest. He doesn't kind of like a mollusk. There's still types of change. That is a shape. That is what's a little different. But when you tell, if you go back, he probably looks like a Boba Fett. The Hun. That's the Hun. The Hun. No slide. No slide. We all need to come out how we are. The ugly version don't look so good. It's got a face, but not that good substance. Good substances. Anybody can steal your face now. Do the poo-poo with you. How you bonded? Hit you with the cloud. Meet to Will it make you into that? Make it into a wall? Everything we use today is turning to shape because everything we use today is made of us. Why? Look at this thing up wrong with my day. There's nothing wrong with my jaw if I turn this way. It's just every day was a hangout. We're really serious straight on. Right on, right on. Right on, right on. Alright, alright, alright. Don't say anything about most of the universe being conformed electromagnetism from our mess up, our mess ups. Don't say anything. You know, you ain't gonna get nothing. We ain't gonna tell you. Everybody in hell. I'm good on that part. I'm just on where humans mess up. Where humans go bad. They got enough God in their life, you know what I'm saying? God would have told them, God would have said, popular opinion does not matter. I'll give you major pain. So I ain't gonna jump off the bridge, you gonna jump off the bridge too? Well, go ahead, flip that switch and hit your grandma and you won't ever be here. So go ahead, hit that switch. You gonna hit your grandma or hit your crew. That's what I mean about this daggum psychiatry crap. Psychobabble bully. Just adds more names to something that you already don't need to be labeled and thrown in all over and under the bus and on top of newspapers and stuff. And they're gonna blame you for something. Oh yeah, but he had influenza. Affluenza. Affluentism. You should have known something was going wrong with you. Hey, something's wrong with the universe, my G. So it's going the opposite direction. That's probably one of their tells. That's one of their tells, like, oh yeah, they let that go by. All right. That's funny. We would not allow ourselves to speak out, so we got spoken of without our knowledge. Okay. What's happening there again, guys? It's happening now! Now. I had to say it like that because I guess everybody's just a presentation. It sound cool, look good. No, for real, it is actually happening right there. Don't rule me out. Put me back in, put me in. Wrong one. The one you think is you is not you. It's been set up to be you. The one that's supposed to be you is only stuck, or in a place very secluded and isolated, and it's probably rich as fuck. But goodbye. That's how I meditate, bro. I look like I'm playing football, don't I? I'm just pressing buttons. People look like they're playing football. I look like I'm talking dumb. No, I'm just thinking. That's why I didn't have no audio before. I mean, no visual on Monsters Units. I'm the only room with no vision. No vision. You got a Vizio. You got a Vizio, though. The smart TV should do that then, right? No, I got it from my home. Janky. He got it from Janky person. If he did not, then I digress. One of the TVs of the two had to be. He had just came and left his house. But that go, who took his leave? Like me. Shoot. You know, I thought he was like been out like chilling, balling, fell off. No. No, that was the first place he had to go. Dang. He's living his life backwards too. As we all are living our life forward and backwards. No slide on him. Just now. Moving our life forward and backwards at the same time. Throw the stone. You can't. This is what it feels like when they don't let you work or have a job or even get an application or start an interview. And then you finally couldn't get tired of having grand mal seizures and heavy, massive stroke pain. And your body's just broken down by then. When your dad wants you dead. When your father says, I wish I had a father, I never had a father. But then treats his son as he is the only thing he wants to kill and the only joy in life, obsessed is this man. And he really likes this chick named, what's her name yet, God? Katie Kilo. For 20 years? It tells everybody else to be quiet about it. Like, yo, you just don't say her name. Like, tell her, man, using her voice because it's Satan. At least he's Satan. At least he's Satan. He's the knockoff anti-Satan. No, he's Satan. No, he's still, no, that's Satan. No, that's Satan right there. But I had talked to the chick in like 5-6 years, and before that I had talked to her in like 10 years. Something like that. 6 more years or some shit. But 20-some-year-old relationship, and this girl is still talking about like, it's the love of my life. Like, no, it ain't. I only went out with her for 9 months and we was better than you. Supposed to be with her for 5 years or something. 5 months, 5 years. She wouldn't be with you for shit. Dude, you're out of your mind. It's the same thing with my mom. You're out of your mind, buddy. My mom's name is Peggy Jean Todd. Also known as Peggy Man. Peggy Man Brown. Peggy Brown Man. No, that's because, yes, you're going to turn. Okay, I see. He's going to use that to turn again. He's like the original Skinwalker type shit. That's a race. You ain't have to knock them off like Vladimir Putin, though. Start your own over here with your weird looking name. Dead gum invaders. Y'all don't even know. I've been used too. I'm being used too. You're not invaders, you're terrestrials. Come on home. Simone. Now I know why the United States is never united, and they got 2 presidents, the world's worst president from apartheid, which was a penal country, and this is a penal colony. Anytime we try to come together, they got to start a bus ride. Freedom Riders ain't just average, your average white band. Neither is the ones that helped Harriet Tubman during the Underground Railroad. Because you know, there ain't one black woman out here with the only Underground Railroad, and they ain't stopped it. It's some land. And they ain't freaking just, they still got to make the facade. Even if you owe her the back, you still got to make the facade. Because people going to look at that and go, what the is that? There, yeah, get him. Go, God, give it to God, Jesus. Give it to the Lord out. Give it to the Lord out. Lord, Lord, out. Lord, Lord, out. Lord, Lord, out. I give it to Jesus through the Lord. Through the Lord. Jesus through the Lord. Amen. Awa, awa, awa means I'm too thirsty and been. Intensity and back. Yeah, Oasis is back. Yeah, they be in the clouds like stars. They be in the clouds like stars, being Mars. Jupiter and Saturn, throw them out. Jupiter and Saturn, throw them out. What? Jupiter and Saturn, throw them out. And they're hard to make because you see how long it took to describe that one. If y'all still got that bad boy, it's thrown against the grain of Saturn's rings. There you go, Miss Long. Whoa! Whoa, dude. That stuff doesn't happen a lot. You gotta steady that up. You gotta steady your eye on it. You gotta steady that bad boy up. The frequency wasn't pi ratio, but it's like it because if you just take out the numbers, the value number, and just look at space and decibel, it's similar. It's similar. It don't stop. Well, can't stop, won't stop. That was it's got 24 letters on it. I mean 24 numbers on it. Watch, wait. 26 numbers on it. So you got left two on stuck as always. They're two women that she already did. Bronchi. The lady messed with 200 and something dudes on one day. The other chick was 130, 150. This is not a hot dog eating contest, dang it. I removed your hot dog from my lungs. I give you colonoscopy. That's what happened with sorcery. There's a sorcery. Started teaching this. She hit it with the wave. The clip wave. Clip wave. She tried to clip them. Now she had to clip them. She'd already clipped them, so she clipped them. She said, oh, I messed up. I can't have no. Dang. At some point you do need a man with some affection. I've been a robot, I know. Okay, she just thinks God is playing around when the time he says, I'm going to reanimate you. Huh? That must not be a guy that you've been messing with before, and it must look the exact same. Like the exact same that you think that you're supposed to look like. Because both of them are he and him. Made them, him and her. They never went to go back because God was left and you was left, and y'all was good on, you was fertile and she was copper. Space got more fertile than anybody. All nitrogen in your ass, nitro suckers you down, boo. Which is what they like to wear. Not because they like to, because they're made to. I'm sorry. So hell's rained by a kid sometimes. Shoot. Parading themselves as grown men. And get grown men and kids most of the time. Parading themselves around the kids. Like any kid you ever had has more manners than a grown man. Than a grown man in group. Any kids in groups have more manners than grown men in groups. That have been said the Exodus. I become killer of worlds. Not I become ruler of my dream world, Candyland. I'm up in there fantasying it up. I got a friend outside on me. I got a freaking make believe friend. We're not allowed to acknowledge that. That's stupid because actually you might have one time. That's dumb. It's when it happens, you be like, oh snap. That's stupendous then. Yay. But you can't talk about it, especially during our times. Don't talk about it in theirs. And I asked them, they say, yeah, we did have them. They lying. They lying. Wasn't allowed to talk about it. So they're lying when they say, that's that's just imaginary. Oh, that's great. Go ahead, ha. Some people be like, yes, it just worked. It took. What elitists will I sell that to? You don't want to be in their elite. You know, you don't want to go there. You never read Red Cars. Come on. Give me a lot of money. It's my turn. Just screw God over. Screw him over. Screw him over. Let's throw in 2 stone. Because that's your brother. Your twin brother. If I took you to a hot place, you might look a little different too. But you'd be able to run in sandals up a hill instead of mountain and boots and athletes. Athlete's foot. You have the best athletes on the planet. What kind of mocking stuff is this? What? What kind of mockery is this? Right when we needed them, they freaking paid them a whole lot of money. Right when we needed them, we gave them rank. Dang, we don't need either one of you. Wait, no, keep the sports. Keep the sports. FanDuel. I got fans going. Maybe up here like this. In Gatorland. Hit it with the China fan. Hit it with the China fan. You know what I mean? Maybe fan fighting. Because every other scarab dress. I mean, the pharaohs be the elite scarabs. They rub each other together. They hide behind the walls when the locusts be coming poisonous. That be the real boys. Told you not to touch that mummy. Told you not to touch that mummy. That's real. It's real. It's real. Jesus. It's real. Jesus. Jesus. J or G? Jesus? What does that mean? Oh, Jesus. Jesus? Which the J would have been silent because they wouldn't have put that in until after it lived and they needed to put the J on because they needed a book. Because they needed a book. Osa, not Hosa. Ya awa, you got the water. Osa, wa. Not whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, that means, look out. So leave it to like elevate and then drop it. Break like now you just stepped on that. Break that one like it's Oak Island. Like not like it's Oakland. Break that motherfucker like it's Oakland. Buildings everywhere because they were the first and the last. Gonna be the first and the last though. That'll be more important than us. On the rise again. In the city of angels where I've always been. That's where we're hiding this all country. Great Pass in the Northwest, Pacific Northwest. Coming to you soon, Beverly Hills, look out. Look out, Beverly Hills Billies. Look out, Beverly Hillbillies. There is a bear in your house talking about Yogi, Babu. It's like hit you with knowledge. You start getting to see him, me and the bear to meditation. Don't come in here though, don't only accept 2 visitors at a time. Me and God. Me, God is a Bigfoot. Yahweh, 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 Yahweh. I can't wait, you know. Willie Nelson. You can get a tire in Willie's. Why does a car cost more than a horse? Or less than a horse? Ever? Ever? What's a horsepower to you? I'd rather just walk it out because I don't even got the time to be bringing all that feed and water. I'm going to find out good water then. Yeah, you can't have a horse till you got good water, so you already been ran through. You already been ran through, they ran over you to get the water. You lot it, or you lot it a lot. I ain't playing. They ran over people to get the bridge, to get water, later on would be a river. That's how every time they run around it, motherfuckers run them over, run them over, run them over. Turn the corner, run them over, run them over. Turn the corner, run them over, run them over. But, river look like slippery snide. Sidewalk slippery snide. It is something that the ancestors do. They grade up the of higher order. They show these things. They show the thing like this. You might see it on some old shields. Right when France is doing the poo-poo. Yeah, there's a lion with a tail going. They're saying we're getting cats again. It's getting serious, guys. That's not for presence, perception, or knowledge on a regular basis. I appreciate it if you didn't try to finish on it right while I'm getting on it. Get down. Feel I'm getting down on it. Hey, getting down on it. Getting down on it. Look at the shills that happened before that. And they was right. Apple, light. Apple, light, dark. And then they flip-flop the light dark. Then they flip-flop the... Yeah, get that Sumerian on. Getting that Sumerian on. Getting Samaritans gone. Man, you better get your Aryan on. Man, you better get your Aries on. Put Sumerian somewhere else. Samaria else. It's not like you do. White people, that's a lot. It's not the minority. They're just hiding in the closet, waiting for the skeletons to fall out, like Valley of the Shadows. They come back hitting every time, bro. Come back hitting every time. Right. Forward, we're in it, and you just help the wrong side if you're in that blimp biscuit. It's more Led Zeppelin's, not Ziplun. Bring the Ziplons back too. Ziplun. Zipland, Zipland, That's some Cosby used to say because he couldn't get it off his mind. He was going up solid. Hello. What was that guy's name? Paul Moses. Solo. Hello. Mahalo. Hell no, don't let him back in Hawaii. Hello, it's Kapua, he black one. Hello, it's Kapua, he black one. That's how they change. I get Routine, I get black. They gotta let me out of jail. I get black Bernstein from over the hill. Epstein. He's gonna be Epstein. Please don't tell me it's gonna be Prince Edward or Prince Henry. I will freaking shit bricks. Francis Prince, there we go. That's better. I accept that because he's about as debaucherous as you can get. About as freaking debaucherous. About as freaking as daggum. Him and Hugh Hefner gonna make a baby. If that's where you start your baseline, you started off wrong. Don't even come at me. Where's the woman early again? I'm saying it about one another. Don't even come at me. It's a ploy. You can't just play God, think you're hustling. You're played by God. You're played by a guy that is God. And your woman, and the guy. She will look you in the eye one day and turn into Satan. I married a sorcerer because I'm supposed to. Okay, a woman will not turn into a sorcerer. That is not part of her ascension. She can't tell you that. She gonna give you that look again. She'll give you that look again. She'll give you that look. I'm telling you, it is. That is a common. That's worldwide and timeline ready. Wherever you are in the world at this time, it just tells like different. Alice used to have. They were big old Yetis. They were big old Bigfoots. That's what I was. That's why. Oh snap! That's why the Kennedys with him. Oh snap! So it's because they know they don't want to. That's why she survived. They won't mess with a Yeti, Bigfoot. Most people know about it. Like, get a Chinaman. I'm not blowing that way. I'm blowing that way, dude. I do a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? I'll build out the down. I'll put you a big old hole in the ground. You know what I'm saying? No. You want a nice layer of peat? We sacrificed enough of us over the years, over the restarts. One a restart, two a restart. Describe it. They're the only ones you can find in all of England, type of stuff. You gotta go over the catacombs to get right to cataract. You got cataracts in your eye? Karnaki? Karnak again. Get your Carson, your Carmel, the Camelin. They're gonna use fly cars for sure. Who the heck on those desert roads for? You can freaking find their way through a daggone battlefield in 2.2 seconds. That's what they're trying to do in the desert fox. With the desert fox. Trying to put a hen in the house. They're gonna be able to bring it back through the vat too. Dang, like they got to Russia? Dang! They went 900 miles. They went 9,000 miles in 3 days, 3 weeks. 3 weeks or something. 2 months is still too fast. Your tank is going 90 or 75, and it at least got to be going 75 at all times. When you're talking about a tank brigade, you're not talking about a group of freaking clown cars or monster trucks, which would still take the same amount of time as your dadgum Beetle. About 90 tries, I would say. 10. You get 1 out of 9. 1 out of 9, you're good. You get 1 out of 9, you're doing astoundingly well. You're right. There's a right there. Put them up there. And the Red Scare, don't keep getting orphan babies. Don't get orphan Russian babies and then have them cut you off from Russian orphan babies and say, well, we didn't have no problems. Because somehow these motherfuckers just showing up in houses, rocking up to your doorsteps. Ukraine, they already have blew them up. They massacred them in one battle, and now they have to deal with like this and lie about it. Mark my words, you will come this way. If it's going down there, that's why people running up in these places, and they was looking for something, looking for somebody. It was a mock look, but it's also a real look. Sometimes men get pregnant and have a baby. Damn, I'm telling nobody about it. Every once in a while, it's the man on side saddlebags. Sideways, prance, you horse. Now get on your trusty steed, that man. You're a man today. Look how high order that is. We're like, it's like, get on your freaking amoeba, you placebo. That's where we're at. Get on an amoeba, you placebos. This thought effects. Not even good enough to be on the foundations, like outer cropping. The wisp of wind, the whimper out. This is what I do art though, that influences everybody. Life imitates art because art is made into life by art. Thought art owl. Go do my business, Satan. I'm going to tell you how wrong you are every time later. Jesus, now you get to go ahead. I'll save you every time. After you die every time. You gotta die for everybody in the crowd that day. Then everybody on the planet. Then everybody in the universe. You've been so galactically. You know what it is to be a glader in the Galatian? On the glades. Gliding around. Mosesing it up. Every time you put your foot down in America, you make a Temple Mount. In Jerusalem. 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 Aramaics are Americans. Who made it? Finally. Who made it finally? That's why they want your opinion so much. They're going to use you galactically. On Earth, like they're going to show people out there, right here, with their condition to come through, what it looked like and what America was saying. Look, I got old pictures. North Korea, old comic books. They look like old black and whites. They're gonna run the same ones. That's how you solidify your back if you're elite. You gotta go elitist. You got a lead in your group. You got a lead turn the stuff. I bet you do. I would. How do you think I see? Ask God, and God says, where's the leaks? Turn this table around real quick. I've been one. I've been one. I've at least been rich. I might not have been super rich, but I was rich enough to give me some head underneath the podium, I'll tell you that. George Bush, like, I might not have been able to shoot a gun like my daddy, but I could sure shoot a Yowie and Dick Cheney. Then Trump tried to get him to back him. He's like, no, I cannot do that. You're going to kill my whole family off. He's trying to take out the 94% Bushes. Oh, now I see what he's doing. But once you kill the gang leader, what you going to do with the gang? It's not their fault that they ain't in that situation either. You ever seen them play cats? Well, how do you like being a sphinx to a cat? From sphinx to a cat, you're going to be strays, Americans. That's why Mexico knows, yes, you will be strays. Not goats, not animals, strays. No daggone farm. E-I-E-I-O. No. E-I-E-I, no. Oh, McDonald's has some McDonald's. Ain't no too fast for food. Threw it away because that was company policy. And now so is rude. That was so damn rude. That was so damn rude. Rochambeau these dudes, man. Rochambeau these dudes. I can only think of Charlottesville when I think of it too. Because you know it's coming down like that. You know it's going down like that right now. They said there's a freaking insect that doesn't know it's truly alien and makes parts of insects that it caught, found, hunted, no, because you're trying to catch things in your web. Which cat, Kit Kat, that's a matrix. That's also like a sliding glass pane of Einstein's brain set up right where it's supposed to be. You got to keep it on the move for 30 years. How about 30 billion? How about 30 billion? Just under that, about 5 billion, about 5 billion under that. 5 million under that. It can. Anytime you got two files together, you put them together to make peace, but you didn't. Don't catch my head. Like Simon. That is not the way words are used. No, 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 no. This is Eve, this is Eve. No, 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 no. Deliver reads, deliver reads. Forgot to read. Like it's Christmas Eve, every day. Christmas Eve, man, every day. Every day's a blessing. Why get away? To sell away or to blend away. Either way, I didn't leave Dodge. I never left Dodge. Didn't get out of Dodge. Didn't get out of get back. Dodge that. Tell the man to dodge. Sponge. Tell the man to dodge. You couldn't take all the bloody club. He had said, drink this or you'll die. It's yours. It's yours. All I had was a sponge left. I'm so sorry. I tried to keep it all. Like all of it. keeping Jesus on life support with God too? But talk about Bruce, my hippie. Sarah, let's go to America where they'll hoard you, the landmass. The landmass. Boston, Massachusetts. Boston, Massachusetts. Boston, man. Yeah, get some ass. She probably needs a stiff drink after all that day, man. Squirting. That's what's wrong with me. They gave some girl a cowgirl. Boo! There she goes, off on the bull. Boo! There she goes, off on the bull. The bull's penis probably goes up. That motherfucker's so long, it probably go up, down, and through the bull's mouth. It's probably just. Oh, it is Satan. Hello again. Hello, you hit it at me. She hit, no, the first Eve hit it at you. That's why the liquid colonoscopy. That guy, don't get the anesthesia, Trump's right again. Tell it on him. He's awesome. He could be the rich guy's Jesus. He's the elitist Jesus. He don't give a damn about no middle class. He'll throw your ass to the bus just as quick as anybody else. And that is it. Shoot. All the people that was his council, including Omarosa. At first I was like, why is he even giving her a job? She's on reality TV. Real TV. Like, come on, MTV, real TV. How do you get qualified for the daggone White House like that? And then I realized I looked at all the other people in the presidents and the council. I said, oh. I went back to the Brutus. Yeah, brewed it all, but shit, I'll poison yours with some politics. That is the world of politics. Politicking. Look, there's a crawdad on your crawdad, on your tadpole, on your tadpole. There's a big hot dog bun on that motherfucker. You can't grow rings with a big old hot dog bun on your neck, go tadpole. You can't tell, whatever it's called. All of these apply, by the way. And they will kill a daggum sea and breed faster than you can believe it, buddy. Dead Sea, Red Sea salt. Whoops, don't do that again just like that. Make an adjustment to be a little bit different. You go to Egypt, they got copper reef, red reef. And that's later going to be granite. Build your own daggum city out of it. Everything you got, everything you know, then you copy it, put some more stuff on it, like some white people, some Israelites on it. Call it not sorcery, but really ISIS. Okay, Iscariots. It's chariot later. No, we got chariot races. Chariot races. Chariot races. It's share a lot. It's supposed to be share a lot. Share lot. Share lot. Char lot. Make a change, huh? Turn into an island biscuit head boy. They get you before you're even a human. Before you're dead human, they get you to be a dead farm animal. Throw you in that motherfucker. You become a human, and they know it, and you're stuck in that motherfucker until you lose that. And you don't have fur because you have no lights, and that's the rest of sleep experiment. Light, freaking fresh air. The grubbies. They're throwing it right in our faces. Light is a mother sick. Like, what? I started putting stuff together. I got out of like, I started being a hermit. I'm like, not hermit, Kermit's the good version. I'm the anime hermit. The autonomous robot hermit. The bioorganism hermit. Autonomously robotic. Suspended in animation. That's like a phrase called it, suspended in intermission. So I just started being a hermit and it was blatant that Satan was messing with me. I had started a relationship with God after I'd say about 3 years of being listening. But I was like, hey, you talk all about me if you want to. Because it was just murmurs at that point. It was murmurs talking about blah, 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 say. Why you have paranormal activity, paranormal investigator, poltergeist? Why you making money off the shit, then? That ain't true. You ain't make that much money off of it. It'd be closer to the truth if you was Stanley. Marvel at it. In a horror flick, your setting is very small. In a universe, in a DC or Marvel comic books, that means you're more like God, and this person over here has got you somewhere else with somewhere in the closet. R. Kelly. Oh, we're killing it, dude. We'll never get caught. Right. God's watching. God's watching. A man can say anything he wants in America right now, but not forever. George don't do that every time. And I think hold on. Anyways, in this story, like he's been touched in Germany, sent to America by the police academy, public service workers. Public service servants will flip on you if you're black. You ain't even got to have no picketing. You got 2 fists of the world. You're supposed to be United States. A being. United States. You already screwed over South America, though. That's what I would say. I would also say, why you talking to me through a freaking magnetometer and a freaking LAS machine with a computer in it? Ayo. You trying to get me to trip up, and I'm trying to unify us. You don't trip, and I'm unifying. Trip and unify. You act like one doesn't exist, and they don't have to get a pagan and a Christian. Or a Muslim and a Christian. Or a Janissary and a Hebrew. I'll cut that right and you cut that left. I'll let you later, bro. China and a freaking US. A red dragon and a scare. Russia's your best buddy. Russia's your best buddy. You don't sleep faster with him. They have girls and we have boys. Both of them are freaking mean to each other. White women like black dudes because they don't let enough black people in Russia. Black dudes like white women because they don't let enough black people in Russia. And they already had you. They've already had you before. You divorced, got remarried to them in America, gave them a bag in England. That was from the king, though, not you. So none of your tax money matters here. That ain't what I'm saying. You gonna make the shit. Like you didn't do a damn thing. I did not get put in a dungeon for you to be in a tower that long and letting me out. Letting graduation. Con. Long one. Satan. Undefeated, feet. Get your feet here. That's why they don't get none of that. They're beating the worm out of it. That's why they don't get no athlete's foot. Beating the worm out of it. And they still be soft. He says to a Filipino and some clogs. Women can take the pain. That's why they had to break the feet in China. She act like it hurt. Then she ran away too. She ran away still. She ran away to tell still. She was telling where she was at. She was telling where she was at. You left her in the back. You left her in that different back. That damn bat. That damn bat. And that damn bat. You can get in it. You can get it after that. You can get it after that. They only get one is the terracotta warrior. Terracotta warrior. We know the Bell Drago, the Drago wheels, the Drago wheels. That's how Abraham Lincoln got a wife. She came down like that. That's about how she goes through. Sat on his head, made his head hard and motherfucker. It was hard and motherfucker up there. He got hit off his trusted steed. George got his back. But Abraham Lincoln had to walk with Canaan after that for the rest of his life. So in another life somewhere, he got freaking hit in his leg. And this one, they're freaking doing the Mirrorverse, the Miramar. He had surgery of that too. Some type nish. Yeah. Wish, yeah. They jumbled him up. And they put a bomb in his head. That wasn't no bullet. That bullet would blow your brain out. That little bullet would go in that slow, would not do that to no daggum ballistic jelly like it will to your brain. Hells no. They probably set that up like that so it can simulate this shit. They just got better cutting tools now. That pulls that close to your brain with a daggum hand, a mini bowling ball. 666 miles an hour. What did you have to tell me? That's the going rate of how fast it is. 660 miles an hour. Yellow, those numbers. 600 miles an hour. 600. 60. 60. John Busso. Y'all been around for 30 years. He was a sickly man. He was Abraham's kid. Brought back home. That's why he likes to go. He used to anyway. She's like, I don't want to go. Because your socks hate me. Your socks make up. It's okay, I still love you, but that girl, I still need that coochie, but that good. They won't tell nobody. Doesn't matter how they made you had to do it. You had to do it to make us live. We were a treacherous man and you shouldn't play with your heart. Said we loved you again. It's because the fuck out of my life. And you were back here. Bring a little kid. They run up again. On the Aquarius. It's my day off. You say you love me again. How man gets sorcery. How man gets thirsty. How woman gets thirsty. You can't pay your daggone bills. And you gotta hold that crew out here running around mercenary style. They used to fight because that was why you talk to kids when you stole them, when you asked for the fighting age males. No, fighting age males. I'm gonna make one, then I'm gonna throw them back in time, and then by the time they get full grown again, like some Babylonians, I just found one. My dad wanted it though. So bad I would die if I didn't give it to him. But it's cool. You need Babylonian. You know that's gonna happen. Itis. You got itis? You got itis in your brain right now? You got some itis? It's not that hard to find. Moabites, ites. Need a bite? I found that in synthetic clothes, buddy. That's not me talking to myself. That's somebody talking from outside of my room that wants to freaking get in. They're like Pharisees, Sadducees, and succubuses. Jesus is up top from where he was crucified. You freaking nuts. Cracker Jacks. Little chip off the old blocks. I know what you're doing out there. Same thing you do with God. Try to impress it with everything, and then you got to the end of everything, and you still doing it because you still had that papa going like the freaking rivers papa. It's going out, though, but still. You get a chance to have your last thing said to God, and that's your last flash before your eyes of your celestial being. Made of light. Made of light. Made of light. God saw that and still went back to Eden. Still got back, you got 8. And you've been 8, sir. Went from large intestine to small intestine back to large intestine. Wow. I got a galaxy. You've been that happy. You're part of a house that has a galaxy in it. Corner plots is all the galaxies being 8. You're in it. Sifted. Earth sifts them. The sun eats them. Earth sifts them and sends them back so the sun can have some more power. More light. Power. Life and power. Earth is a freaking star. Those are all Earths. Wrong. Wait for that part for some reason. No, wait for in. This is where that Eid. Erectile dysfunction. Have to cut off Americans. They got the grace of graces. Just like you have to keep Israelites because they got the grace of graces. Try me on this one. Try me. You'd have to make Suster. Did you make Susie? Don't cut me out, man. Don't cut me, bro. Chaos Boys. Chaos Boys. I'm not one, though. I am half breed of half of everything. So if you got you and then you, I'd be half of you, 2 to be me. 1 and 1 is 1. 1 and 1 is 1. 1 and 1 and 1 and 1. 1 and 1 and 1. She hit you with the pickles. Try to stickle. It's a cat. Cat. Not a lot of wolfmen, not a lot of dogs, but a whole lot of canines. A whole lot of humans walking around with a canine in it. Why are you still on them teeth in Auschwitz? Why are you still on them teeth, man? You just want to be part of the Israelite that bad. You don't get it in the coochie, get it out the window, you get it in the tooth. Call it so. Because you're gonna have to come out your leg. Tooth in your ass. Tooth in your freaking hell. Tooth in your butt cheeks. Tooth in your butt cheeks and your damn hamstrings. It'll turn you inside out. Teeth, yeah. Cousin it with teeth. Yeah, cousin it with teeth. You didn't know? That's why the Addams family works all the time. You keep staying there too. Frankenstein, Elvira, Ed, Eddie. Look how skinny they look this up. And that's the second one. I didn't even see the first one. There's a 4? And they're still skinny. They're freaking throwing out the fourth right before it even happens. Mark my words, that's a prediction. Sorry, this one's coming on. And at this point, I usually like to take a breath. Everybody who's ever going to hear this shit always, just right now, me and the stars do it. Me and Celestial Beings do it. They don't be hating. And bad air, good air, just taking a long breath to hold. Collect your bad thoughts. Collect all that energy. Collect all the energy you got, like you don't know what to do with it. You know what I'm saying? Collect it up and just let it out. Because when you get excited about something that's crunk or bad, you don't want to go to war over it. Kill your own legacy. You think kids ever stop fighting their father's war? Go to a different valley, David and Goliath, please. Go to a different one. So every valley, every fighting arena, theater, is meant for theater. Keep it there. Already like it. Nowhere I'd be an elder and say, I want my son beating that dude's ass too. I want him kicking that boy's ass so bad I can never be anything. Aberrations. Arbitrary to belief, I do would love to have my farmland. I would like to plant some crops. I'm good with a pickaxe. You good with a pickaxe? Arbitrary times 30. Tired. Somebody told him to sacrifice the way it looked when Abraham. Pain, sin, big trucks, big houses, big armor. This is the idea of living. This is the idea of living. That's it, that's what it is. And most of them, they do got school. They're always learning mathematics. They're like Gibsons. They got to all see what they want. I mean, good dads, they got guys that play for golf now. Like, hey, put them up, get out of here. Like, Gibsons that never get to see that. Get to the school and all that. They on the dock. Sit on the porch like that. Some game of juice, they rock. Place that bus stop. Bus big racks, bus money. Because we already got money in Jersey. Satellites. We already got people whispering now. Tree knowledge. Been early. You change that because men don't like being talked about. Men said something about you. What? They really go over there and act like it's a problem. Say it's like, yeah. I do that. Yeah. Yeah, I do that. And this way, how he gets Jesus. He gets cuts John the Baptist's head off by a woman who wants to. And that's why Jesus, God says, don't go down that idol worship and you can fuck God. Sorry for cussing. You can have set coitus and go down that idol worship. Because she comes back in the know, says exactly what she's supposed to say to please her mama. Sorry, and that's how the God had got pulled back in. God's like, why you do that? No! No, God really had that part though too though. No, real God. So when she does that, later on Jesus is asked if he'll go back to the rest of them. And a courier brings it. And he says, you know good God serve well I can't. You'll start to pike my head or make a death mask. You put my head on his body, or you put his head on my body, and that's why I got the problem when I come back around. Because you was running around then as John the Baptist, the wrong boy, the wrong preacher. But he's loved. He's loved. He's still a prophet. He's happy, high everything. They love him. But he can't stick around. Jesus can't stick around. You gotta keep it moving. Jesus never found a safe house before Bethel. He's found a safe house before he's born. He didn't find a safe house before he's born. He was born in the manger because he was an animal. Check that out. All the baby animals stand on top. Especially when you got one too young in your coat. Keep her up in the mountain or the village tower. The Tower Village people. Da Vinci did it right. Da Vinci says it best. You need some more linen because the people from Hindu caught on to your plagues. Plagues you. What plagues you? You gotta let them in the bathtub. Did you get right with cooties and COVID? You didn't get right with cooties and COVID, nigga? Not even close. It's like I don't want to get in the bathroom. Just in case you come over here and try to hold me out. I don't want to get in the bathroom. We have a ceremony for washing in dirty water. We have a ceremony for washing in dirty water. Take it. First of all, you ask for water before you even get in it. This is serious. Like you hear about hunters and foragers sometimes. This is hey, ask the water. Oh, so later on, Da Vinci makes that painting and he goes, Liza Minnelli, my mama. Liza Minnelli, my Mona Lisa. My mama. And they left her in the middle part before they made her the Western Empire. With me as the four fathers before four other fathers took over. We're in a seance. It says that because they killed her in a seance. She's the reason why they need to say. She's the reason why they need to say, hey, God save the Queen. She was born Spanish, Italy, born Italian, little boot. Got them before they was like really ready, so they was like up childborn age immediately go take her now. Take her now. And then you got a problem with having sex with little boys and you don't know why. Because he ain't no girl yet. You done had sex with a boy and then you had sex with yourself. That's why you gotta sit well now. Popa. You can't have kids. You're not allowed to have kids at all. All the popes. Then how you stay pope? Can't be pumping it up. Got the Vatican. Teach you when to declassify yourself. You want to be a world power, you got to come by from me. I'm alright. I'm solidified 4 ways. I'm solidified 4 ways. But no, they did take it from France to, from Italy to France, France to Italy, France to Italy, to France. Yeah, that was their jump off spot. Boom, 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 boom. Jamaica's famous. Spain, France, Italy. Spain, France, and Italy. That was the first La Costa Nostra. Out my nose, 3 landmasters, 3 powers. 3 landmasters, 3 powers. You want to go back further, you gotta go to Greece and I guess you go India, Jerusalem, Himalayas. Because you walked the path down there. And there's only one. And there's only one. Yeah, right. For Jesus there is. So you gotta have one too. There's a place where you can walk through and go to the west of Missouri and you can look at the Smoky Black Mountains, the land of the smoke, before you get to Georgia and all that. This guy can fit a horse and a mule, a wagon and you. A horse and mule, wagon and you. So it's either you and the mule, or you are the mule. You the donkey, or you the horse, and your man on top. And you're the wagon. Oh, snap. What would you do if you were a skinwalker and never lost this bag of 3 smarts? Smarty-arties. And you had that ability to give it to someone else. You would take it back home, but not too simple or easy to steal it. This is the one where they messed up, I guess. Because they've been playing that Joshua on me. She said, hey, Joshua, come back here, I'm not having Jesus. He's ran like he would always run. I got a woman pregnant. Oh no! She's pregnant without me. No! Y'all been fucking. What we talking about here? What? What you talking about? So go bring your trinkets and your links and whatever you have to do at Jesus' birth, because that was where you messed up by running. Drummer Boy even got some coochie. There's ladies there that got some and got pregnant. And they were ladies, they were lesbians. Never had penis. Boop, you're pregnant. Boop, you're pregnant. There's a new Joshua. Can't even talk about it. So what'll happen is she'll put you on a Nefertiti type trance, seance, where you can't do nothing else but run your dream having butt back there. You had a dream. Men don't enslave themselves and run away from God like it's a thing. Like it's the thing to do. Run the same. Run away from God. I mean, it's nice to have things, but damn. Everything's chafe. None of things matter. And everything's chafe anyway. So there's things that do matter that are before chafe. So theirs actually built because they don't have the investors and stock market that they're going to get the wealth that for. Big Apple, there's your other one. But they do it with just by being friendly neighbor. We're doing it because it's a business model and we got a good sales pitch and we're branded. We should have more money in this. We should have way more money in this. We done sold out our own country's resources. How is this the land of abundance with no resource? You can't find a wildflower to save your life right now. You need to go to a garden. Botanical garden. Or a church. They got something like that. But I'm talking about your regular grass has no flowers. use pesticide and you get flower seeds, you're using up more seed than a freaking farm animal. That would have been with grass. You're going to be done with fire like grass. You cheap head of grass. Go back there and crust. Crusty. Take that crust, make a slide, then put it in a fatness. Put it in a vat, you got somewhere a white guy staying with a couple black dudes. Locked. I got that theory from Arlington Memorial, all the way from Arlington Memorial to you, Virginia. Lone Star State here, checking in. These old people talking to me. They should have been talking to me when I was 15. Now I'm 36. I said I wasn't ready to be bringing this information. I'm still reading the Bible, sir. I said, please come with me on this journey, sir. Please do not talk down on me like you did. Do not talk down on God like you do me. Mm-hmm. 35 years in, that's it. All he does is talk about God. Write about God. Talk about God. Read the Bible. He even stopped at the cut. He's stopping cursing now, out loud. It's ridiculous. How am I supposed to win? So I got the ALK, which was a bad order to attack God. And then nobody says that shit. Nobody says that when God's around. You know, God says, everyone's going to die. When I try to get it back, they're stingy. Mothers know this too. Men are stingy. Little boys are stingy. They'll go get a woman's toys, little girls' toys, and then take them to the corner, drop some of theirs, run back and get them before they even get to the corner, drop some more. They keep running back and forth over things they dropped like it was a jar of slaves. Like the slaves made the jar like they made the knob. Are you in denial? I'll flip a pole on you so fast you'll be on a black face before a white face knows it. Inquisition, you're on a closed court. You don't even want to know what water coming out of this space means for you, bull. That's what they're trying to start here in America. Tribunal. Remember when they said they were kidnapping my homie? We're gonna use it. So don't use. Yeah, it was a good idea. To stop bringing God into it. And then we have a book. I know people are not used to having a book. That's why I read out loud though. You're not used to having a book, Roe v. Wade, Roe v. and Wade. They try to reverse it. And they will. If we don't say something. Get on your Twitter and vote. No, voting's been on phones since payphones. For the things that are outside of your realm of ionosphere. That's why you send out radio. Why do you think you have advertisement? I will play this freaking commercial 50,000 times on 5 channels. And that'll be in about 6 months. You can't even make a profit if you're paying for a commercial like a regular person who started a business. You can't make no profit. McDonald's, $2 billion a year. So they say. The commercial costs $1.6 billion. 1-1. So how do you keep the lights on? They got so much money they can have other burger chains and share it. So they don't look complicit. To fucking they have you eat your ancestor who was a cow. So that's 3 ancestors ago you got cows. Before that it was rabbits. Still killing buffalo. Still killing right buffalo off because they was fucking the cows. I realized I saw that man sitting on the pyramid in size of Giza, smiling like he was, but he wasn't getting paid yet. And I swear everywhere they poop, there's a cow patty. I mean mushrooms. Jesus, our mushrooms get us messed up. These mushrooms are like aphrodisiac and antibiotic. And antibiotic. Because nobody's getting coochie after England. This ain't getting it like that no more. The threat of being locked in your house if you freaking get sick is going to do it for you. In your your flat. The commoners. The commoners. They actually had a scribe of that, and there was people stuck in a building. It was like Judge Dredd 2, and they couldn't get out. So I think 12 of them died, 56 injured. 56 died, and 12 of them. They couldn't get down in the stair because the freaking fire escape was broke. If people break their own fire escape? Shit. What do you got paid to do it? Like in Seattle, where they just watched this black man tear an ass. That is Rainier. That's the Georgia mountain. That's Moses right there. That's Moses right there. That's why the moon got the rats. It's like an upside down pyramid. Upside down mountain. And it's all ashy. They have ashes. Soot. Soot, not even ash. We're just now getting back to soot before we can become cloud. I mean, sand. Sand is. Here we become sand again. There is a way to make sand fertile. Make a spiral and water that motherfucker every 2 years. Let it sit. You have to think before you can take a piss of shit. Don't shit there. Shit outside of there and let it sink in there. Or shit in the middle. This is where you gotta get the black stuff. Either way, you can get a Black Caspian Sea or North Sea, Black Sea situation where you have a black hole coming up and popping up and saying, hey, I can get anything out. Anything you can do, I can do bigger or more quantity. Most is a walking plague, so are black holes. 30 freaking hurricanes later, 30 hurricanes in a year later, they ran out of things to call them. And they already had Delta and Beta and Alpha set up for the COVID. So he just switched and nobody noticed. Bible study. See, after you do something like that, you gotta go to Bible study because you might get ahead of yourself and you need more material. The material you know is already going to run parallel to the Bible just on this catty corner. It's an alley cat. It's a German tunnel, and you're in the freaking the air duct system or the water engine system. I would do that if I was in the sea of reeds. Just take one of them reeds, start breathing through it. Use some old Japan tricks because they got bamboo everywhere on the planet. China can cook Yeah, all you gotta do is plant somewhere. There's bamboo everywhere. I found bamboo in the strangest places too. I said Japan was here, working for China. Look how good Japan's their little house temple things or whatever they call it. Them little try. Them motherfuckers don't fall. They got more wind than we do. They got more wind than we do. They don't Santa Ana. They don't make it under the Alamo deal. They don't have to call Santa Ana El Ninos. They know what they is. They're pretty big celestial beings. Moses. They chill. They do fire. They do olives. They do wind. They do clouds. They make men. They're trying to give them back some coins. Coins and animals. Turned him into everything that you know. Named it too. His name must be Adam, not Adam Ben Alicia. That's no way because I would have been on this side. But I'm only on this side. Wait, this side. Put me back in the Valley of Shadows. Put me back in the Valley of Shadows. I'm skulls and bones, but I'm black. Black Caesar. No, Kaiser. Make sure he gets all the stuff back. And I ain't talking about the white person. I'm talking about Africa. Kakuta Kinte, Prince of Prince of Haiti, a Prince of Court. Chagall. Portugal. And the Gulf side right there. They're slave owners. Slavic, Slovenia, Yugoslavia, slave. Spain. So when they did this, they were able to still keep like a good trading. So they got Robin Hood. They came back, but the Vikings, so-called, used to go over there all the time. They have to trade the Mediterranean because they're the only ones that can. Their ships are the only ones that work in smaller channels. Then you the last freaking from their daddies. People like it. Portugal makes them, Spain makes them. They do that. They were sitting there watching. Making sure they just waiting on bang. They waiting on dying, waiting on fight. They fight in, then they fight out. They come to we'll run them back, and that's how we race out his back. We'll stop at St. Salisbury, got back on plane. Salisbury, Pillsbury Doughboys. Saxons. I think Anglo-Saxon, because there's Anglo-Afro. No, I'm wearing the Afro, that's fake. Don't touch me, don't touch me. I ain't French and don't go down to my cankles. What kind of that's a freaking, that's supposed to be corn. Corn's in your head. That's a hair right on head. Must have been Satan. Forbidden. That be the longest hair you can get. That used to be a horn. They wear tassels. And they have masquerade parties. Because their old ass is freaking ancient. They can't get freaking Elizabeth's head right. Right. Hey, Elizabeth and Prince Charles, whoever that dude she was with, Charles. And you're right, though. They had to redo it. They said the man died at 93. She was 94. Well, in the letters that he writes, he is 19 or 21. She is 14. Say. Then they came back and said he's 97 and she's 94. Or she's 97 and he's 94. What is going on? Anyway, I was gonna do the Bible verse. So I'm gonna look like I'm just rattling on this. No, facts. So I was saying, you already know what you know, and then you add it with the Bible. You can't have no story before it. Like you can't have Dante's Inferno before Vlad the Impaler and Igor. You gotta know Romanians, they got some good salt. Yeah, they build their buildings. The landmass falls around it like it's the Mount of Acropolis. That used to be the city of pearly gates or something. There used to be a house on the hill. I mean, the houses on the hill. That's got to be white Shangri-La out there. They got some nice little, you know what I'm saying? Nice little Babylonian stuff. Because they have to go up, and then the staircase goes spiral down, and you walk up and down and up, and then they just made it sit down. Yin yang. Yin yang. Oh, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye buy and eat ye. Yea, come. Buy wine and milk without money, and without price. Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfieth not? Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness. Incline your ear and come unto me. Hear, and your soul shall live. And I will make an everlasting covenant with you, even the sure mercies of David. David. Behold, I have given him for a witness, dividing dividend, balancedly, not divide to conquer. Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and a commander, to the people. Behold, thou shalt call a nation that thou knowest not, and nations that knew not thee shall run unto thee, because of the Lord thy God, and for the Holy One of Israel, for he hath glorified thee. So if I take my glory from you, take it somewhere else, and you've been in America, everybody's going to look at you and be like, that's why we're not democracies. These 400, 500-year-old people just think they're running things, and they cry when they ain't got it. Diablo the gringo, or the gringo, Diablo come out. Diablo the gringo. White devils, the white devils. Even if against them, people got what? What do you call traitors? Devils? Used to be my homes. Behold, I have given him for witness to the people, a leader, a commander to the people. Behold, thou shalt call a nation that thou knowest not, and nations that knew not shall run unto thee, because of the Lord thy God, and for the Holy One of Israel, for he hath glorified thee. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. and let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him. See, you read like that because you are like a little kid, not because this is church. You're not coming here as perfect. You're coming as you are. Don't call me out on what I'm reading like you do every single day. See, you can hear that if you're a sound engineer. And you really, I got a bunch of these boys where they really are messing with us. And that's for our generation, not yours. We're Generation X. We need to hurry up and help Generation X people before we lose them all. Let's start again at the draft and draft them in some more parents that won't let the children go because they want to live their life. Because they want to live their life. There's even some old people that know about this too. It's just like the Jordan Peele movie. Because they're trying to take care of your kids and you run it off. That's probably what it was made for. Just like the laws. You can't just have kids throw on your granny. You can't go to jail or you're going to pay it still. You're going to pay it still. Seek you. And that's why little children are in the heavens, not men, because men come with an agenda. Either they're trying to make you perfect because they were hating on you, and then they're trying to play both sides, or they're trying to be perfect and they know they're not, and they have a nice little counsel around, or a nice little buffer around them. That's Satan, or fits you, man. Whatever fits you, man. Whatever fits you, man. Satan's got a big old bag, and there's many devils. Revelations. But it's everybody that ain't part of Generation X, part of Generation Next. Next, I'm in the cat. I'm in the cat. Can you get me a cat? That's what's wrong with our time of fertility. It's supposed to be eaten. You have these people that change, like flip switch, and then the lady's like, I'm in a marriage, I don't know what to do. What happened? Why is he acting like that? Or the man's like, what in the world just happened? She just went buck wild on me. Trying to get Buck in here. She want to go back to Buckingham. Get back in Medley. It's because they're throwing 40 virtual verts. Pow. Pow. Throwing 40 verts at us at once. Virtual worlds. Virtual worlds. Only 10. They're going faster than that. It's not even half of that. I was going to say every 10 or 400 is 40. It's dot, dot, dot. God's for Jesus 49. We got 50 states. But they're only half of that. It should be 8 down to 4. It should be 4 down to 2. Calling it 427. If you can make it to 8, you can make it to 10. You got 2 4s. You can see the one that's going to be Jesus, God, and one's the devil. But if you never make it to past 2.2 million and 2.2 to 2.3, you don't even have mother seed left. You're sold and enslaved yourselves. I mean, you at least get to 2.3, you get to 2.4 and 5, then you could have a 5. Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and a commander to the people. You come as a kid because you don't have an agenda. You don't have ulterior or alternative motive. You're humble. I read, you talk while I'm reading. Así, pero así, seducí, sacrifici. And I still have to do it right 3 cycles before I get rid of this, because that's not even them right now. That's a mirror audio. Like an apparition at Gettysburg or Bull Run or Waterloo is a mirror. um, staying, what they call mirror vision, mirror reality, a mirror bonding of the realities where a lot of life is lost. And you got to know right there that that's one for the ages. Abraham's out there. Abraham Lincoln. House divided can't stand. It'll still see itself looking at itself, but it won't be in the same realm. So I open that mirror door. That's what's bad about paranormal activity shows. They go to the same places. These people are there young and freaking all full of energy and keep going there. You be scared or get freaky. Have a date, rile up these things. So it makes a door. It makes a portal. It makes a portal like they used to out of a rock with a rock behind it. Like a rock door with a rock behind it. But then now they used to show up in the door. Then you used to show up in the door. So you come as a child and you don't have to call people names, make people feel bad all the time, make yourself feel good. It's not the way people act. And you would know this if you had morale. If you had any morale, you had to walk with me instead of sitting on your ass, breathing from behind a veil, talking crap about somebody continuously. God wannabes. That's why God said you shouldn't know people's thoughts. You've been talking about my thoughts for 13 straight years. Judge your thoughts. I would judge first thoughts if I had to listen to them for 13 straight years. Don't listen. Turn the cheek. Shut up while you're screaming. Shut up while you're screaming. Shut your mouth. Shh. 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 This is their ploy trying to make it look crazy and hoping nobody will ever care about this CAD stuff, just like they did when they do run into somebody at the House of Congress steps. Nobody cared when they walked in the House of Congress either. Yeah, it's going to ruin your democracy. And on our watch, I don't want to be the one on your side. If you do forefathers like that and let them know that when you come here, they'll freaking shoot you on the spot. Behold, I have given him for a witness to the people, a leader and a commander to the people. Behold, thou shalt call a nation that thou knowest not, and nations that knew not, these shall run unto thee because of the Lord thy God, and for the Holy One of Israel, for he hath glorified thee. Seek ye the Lord while he, and that was about you too. Behold, thou shalt call a nation that thou knowest not, and nations that knew not, these shall run in unto thee. Because of the Lord thy God, and for the Holy One of Israel, for he hath glorified thee. Seek ye the Lord while he may be found. Call ye upon him while he is near. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him. And to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways. Let the wicked forsake his way, and the unrighteous man his thoughts. And let him return unto the Lord, and he will have mercy upon him. And to our God, for he will abundantly pardon. For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, saith the Lord. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. Just because you're a human don't mean your next step is God. You ain't going straight from back to freaking first angel. It's a long fall. That would be kind of a underclimactic, underwhelming. You might not be as humble as God. If you could think of it, then God ain't doing his job. Shoot. For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts. For as the rain cometh down, and the snow from heaven, and returneth not thither, but watereth the earth, and maketh it bring forth and bud. That's the cloak that Satan wears, the fresh water that we give, that it may give seed to the sower and bread to the eater. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void, but it shall accomplish that which I please, and it shall prosper in the thing whereto I sent it. For ye shall go out with joy and be led forth with peace. The mountains and the hills shall break forth before you into singing, and all the trees of the field shall clap their hands. Ha! That's a good thing. Instead of the thorn shall come the fir tree, and instead of the briar shall come up the myrtle tree. And it shall be to the Lord for a name, for an everlasting sign that shall not be cut off, as you have been, Generation X. Millennials. Mills. This Generation X, Generation whatever. 22, 23. 2.3 to 2.3. Get to 24. Do it again, and they're just not let you know that your time will be shut off like a light on the stage, like stage light. And then I'll go and freaking tear you somewhere else, turn yours back on, you'll be in full animation mode. Full work, full everyday life. So, you know, these dirty bombs put people to sleep. So that was how we read it the third time. That's how we read it the first time. Sure, here it is. Oh.
What is that, butter? what's crazy, fool? All that's been done, you know, is it my bad. For the most part, benefit of everybody else. That's what they say. But I gotta be insane to be sane. People don't understand. Half the fucking world's insane. Crazy. The best one is coming. I gotta go back out there. I just want to hit that whole one too fast. It's still some shit right there. I better get it for sure.
gonna get all the credit for something I did, and then call yourself it? Call yourself a freaking this, that, and the other. But you didn't put your feet on the ground. Walk with me, Peter. You're the reason why God stuck out the story to me. And you know it. Because you're not allowed to be down to read it for yourself. I'm grown, you can't tell me nothing, but you're gonna go to church and get all the doctrine from the Roman Catholic diocese? Might as well be like these diets to be good. Diets to be good. Diets to be good. Get your bid numbers out. All after everybody see, they buy files, they buy your birth certificates, they buy your social security number. Everybody's trying to get a plot in America because then you'll be represented anywhere you go at any time. You know you're going to be able to go at home. That's what I'm telling you. Second Joe Louisville. Second Joe. G-E-E-L. Such that a man thinks he could ever be perfect and still be a man thing. You know my angels constantly in. So God comes from a building and cloud and thunder within. You are part of the procession before you can ask to be the first. You don't have to be overly powerful. They can come as a cloud and you can tell it to stop before these keys come on. This free custody concert. Because you then go in your face, come video. So it'll be television. What are you, a Teletubby? Couch potato? Just cut me off of my hip beat because I don't use my legs. They have more diseases now than people who didn't have food. For your legs. Diabetes. Colitis. No, not tinnitus. Not tinnitus. The water that's over here. I just swim at the roll, and then roll your boat, and then around the stream. Did you wake up in the Atlantic come on? Face popping off like saline. Cider. Cider. So that you know that some of our tests that we have to do for tornadoes, they don't work today. But because we have microbursts in them, tornadoes just come from nowhere. It's nothing, no more tornado alley, it's tornado rally. Rally race. So, some of those are actually the earth doing that. I'm trying to warn you. When we get to that dip, you have one of those sounds. Or have red, blue, and white lights. Or red, blue, and white stripes. The moon's a good. The moon looks like it's good. Do for that. Doing it loud. Doing it loud. The father's the mother. He's just too nice. So the sorcerer come out and say, I know. Do it. No questions asked. And so then when Baker, he spots out and other people die, and they still like to think it's fun. But it's fun to just dig you around. First Aid does that, you don't even know when First Aid is coming, 2,000 years after Jesus died. wasn't 2012, it's year verse eventually 2021. It started doing real bad. COVID. Recognize the believing of the Holy Ghost and Spirit as Moses was to God needed to stop Moses from believing him. No, you can't do that right now. It's not that kind of party this time. It's not that kind of party. We can't do that to us because we're one of the individual who waited longer. We pretty much got pushed off the mountain. We're the people. We talk as if we're the biggest, brightest, graceful ass kickers ever. We're kicking our own asses. You start halftime here. You leave off halftime right now like this. You start halftime here again. Pharaohs, get your Hebrews out of here and then they earth with the waters and the abysses on the outside. You can't go to space, but you want to go there. There's no nice room. Astronaut. You better be Chinese. Running it too. They try to figure out how to do that when they can't figure it out. That man's not going to be the one knocking on the outside of the door. No. He's not going to be the one banging on the outside of your space station. No, that's going to be an American. An American Getty named George. Jesus. God. Oh, crap. He's God with no cloak on. We should cut that dumb shred on but everybody when they stop having a snake problem. They freaking nice tick problem. Bats and food. And they will stop everything. People believe the plants get so smart you have to have 2 trees on them. A life and a knowledge. And we're the fruit that we eat off the tree. That's too right. It's supposed to be for God. We don't eat that because it's mine. It's not like a man told you. Okay, back to our divorce and again, okay, sorry, we're having sex. The trees. Because nothing is little babies and dragons. So oak tree, logical, inside out, outside. These are bats that you can actually have. The devil probably can't start it. It's like holy olive, holy seafood. Pregnant woman had a bat, and now it's costing the moon. When the moon comes down, it comes to you. Kind of moon. Going back in the moon. And the dragon in the cloud. Dragon in the sky. It's really Lord of hosts, Lord of heaven, and the Draco constellation of the Angel Houses. And somebody needs to be God first, so you have to prepare contrast. Somebody got that. Nobody didn't make it. Michael didn't make it. He had a thought. A thought within himself. He said, what time is that? He just started laughing and bickering and judging and ridiculing. Talking about his own society. He was me, he was there for about 26 years. 36 years. been here since I was born. I just hope the kid mature. I'm not. She's still sitting out. Very first kid. It's hard. I get more attention than freaking Dennis Rodman. Staying in those stuff in the crowd. I'm helping them preach too, somehow. We're just blaming one substance. They started with the blackface, clowns, and say clown posse was against slaves or old houses that are up on the mountain. They call shrines. They also have Tom Cruise. That's the way it looks when they make a dinner kiss. And I still trying to show that happy so you hear it. Still have it, looking just like you on Facebook. So Photoshop. And I'm buying them. They're big. Spider bodies. Really different faces. Ooh, I like it. What you wrapping with the king of England since he comes back on Earth? Not the Dolphins. Looks like in Chapel in the magazine. I think some of it. Good enough for it. One little credit of revenue, and they're gone. Woo! I like it. This is some static. It says spiders, eggs, and dinner. So we're looking at this chapter pizza. So get your cards. Go to the church and go to you. Well, That's what we do. Why we always late on half an hour, 2:15, those children do unto others, do more for others than you will children. Do more for others, children than you will. Because you don't care about your sensibility. But the children don't care about the parents. And then the parents don't really care about the children, so you gotta worry about other people. They children. Take yours or everything. The United States of being KLO right there. I ain't gonna say what it is. But it's not gonna say it's true. A lot. They're made popular by a lot. They're made popular by a lot. Springfield Jack